Welcome to the Oklahoma City Thunder practice here at American Airlines Arena between games 3 and 4 Monday, a day after the Thunder was in a foul mood for game 3. Foul trouble for Kevin Durant, foul shooting trouble for everyone, and a foul mood for Russell Westbrook. I'm Barry Tramel, along with Darnell, Mayberry. The Thunder finds themselves in a 2-1 hole in these NBA Finals, and it was a foul-plagued Game 3.
Yeah, you start with the 9 missed free throws, and then you start with some of the fouls that the Thunder committed on the Miami Heat. They put them on the line, I think it was 35 times. That's way too many. You got to make them make jump shots, and LeBron talked about the Thunder being able to make tough jump shots and also be able to make their free throws. So he had to, the Miami Heat have to limit them in one of those areas, and they did an exceptional job of that, keeping them off the foul line. The Thunder's got to be able to do the same thing.
Kevin Durant picks up foul number 4 in Game 3 with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Had to sit out the rest of the quarter. That's when the Heat rallied, wiped out the Thunder lead, took control of this game. Kevin Durant's got to stay on the floor.
Yeah, he does. And Scott Brooks, I think it's all up to him to figure out a scheme or a strategy of some sort to get Kevin Durant a easier defensive assignment. I don't think he can guard LeBron James much longer in this series. We saw in the fourth quarter, maybe they stumbled on something, put him on Mario Chalmers, a much less effective offensive player. As you mentioned, try put him on Udonis Haslem whenever he's in the game. Whatever you can do, you got to keep Kevin Durant on the floor and out of foul trouble because he's just too important for this team.
While Kevin Durant sat out, Russell Westbrook joined him on the bench. Scotty Brooks not pleased with the way Westbrook was playing. Pulled Westbrook with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, sat him the rest of the quarter. Thunder really struggled with its 2 stars on the bench. And what did we learn from that Russell Westbrook benching?
Well, I think we learned that he's still young. He still has a tendency to get out of control at times and take some questionable shots and get some costly turnovers. But he's still a fantastic player. And I think the other thing we saw is they need him to be aggressive. They need his scoring. You saw when he was out on the bench that the Miami Heat ripped off a 15-3 run. So that really turned the tide in the game. It turned a 10-point lead deficit for Miami into a 2-point lead for the Heat. Gave them all the momentum in a span of about 4 minutes in the third quarter, going into the fourth, and the Thunder really was never able to recover. I mean, they did lead once in the fourth, but that momentum changing end of the third stretch, that was costly.
Here's what some of the Thunder, Durant, Westbrook, Scotty Brooks said about the foul mood, foul night at American Airlines Arena.
He has to do what he does. You know, he's only been in this position, I think, 2 other times in the regular season. And he's been in it 2 games in a row. But, you know, Kevin's an aggressive player. He plays aggressive basketball, and he's a defensive player. And a lot of times you look at him, how gifted he is offensively, but we're a good team because he defends, and he has to continue to defend. We might have to change a few things up, but he's an aggressive player both ends of the floor. He has to put himself in a position to get fouled also. The guy who guards him, I think, he has to be able to get to that free throw line just as much as that he's giving them free throw opportunities.
I didn't want to come out the game, but I knew that it was going to be tough for Coach to play me with 4 fouls. But I think I looked at the tape. It was 5:45 to go in the third, and Coach took me out. I didn't want to come out, but it's tough to play a guy with 4 fouls in the third. So I had to sit there, and I believe in my teammates. And Fish hit a big 4-point play right after that. And then we fouled the 2 3-point shooters, and we missed 5 free throws and missed a few lay-ins. It felt like, you know, things weren't going our way, but you know that's a part of playing basketball, man. It's fighting through adversity and fighting through the tough times. And I think we did that and gave ourselves a chance to win, but unfortunately we didn't. So we got to be ready for a tough game 4.
I mean, we felt we let 2 games get away. You know, we honestly felt that we had opportunity to win both games, and tomorrow we think we have opportunity to win again. So
I don't think a confidence will be an issue for either team. Both teams have a lot of confidence. You know, right now it's about the survival of incredible competition. You know, that's what it's about right now, and making the 4 or 5 plays that'll make the difference in the game.
I don't give a damn how we get 4. We can win 32-31. It don't matter to me. So, you know, we understand that we can win any type of game. We can win a gritty game. We can win a high-paced game. But we take every game as its own, and we don't go into a game saying that this is what type of game it's going to be. We go into a game and saying this is how we're going to play. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to try to control the rebounding. We're going to have low turnovers, and we're going to try to get some good shots up, and try to get to the free throw line. And at the end of the day, if we play to our identity, like Spo always preached to us, then we give ourselves a good chance to win. But I don't care. I don't care how we get forward.
Like I said, we understand, the situation we're in. And the situation we're in is we got to get prepared for Game 4. And it's a very big game, for us, just as well as it is for them. And we got to come out and do what we have to do to win a ball game. We pride ourselves all season of being a very good home team. And we have another game at home in front of our fans. And we don't want to let them down. We don't want to let ourselves down. So it's going to be a very tough game, but it's a game that we looking forward to.
And so we await Game 4 on Tuesday night in Miami. How big of a game is this for the Thunder, Darnell?
Oh, I think it's a pretty big game. No team in the history of the 2-3-2 finals format has ever come back from a 3-1 series deficit. So I think if the Thunder goes down, the writing's on the wall that they're not going to come back and win 3 straight against this Miami Heat team. So they got to get this win. One of these wins, probably Tuesday night.
Well, stay tuned. We'll be here on Tuesday night. Stay tuned for further coverage of the Thunder every day in the Oklahoman and here on News OK.